Steve Jobs said that you need to get closer than ever to your customer. And Richard Branson, Jeff Bezos, some of the best entrepreneurs and marketers in the world are telling us we need to be obsessed with our customers if we want to build a successful business. So success leaves clues, but how can you uncover who your dream customers are without the $1 million research budget? I've launched over 600 marketing campaigns in over 120 niches, and today I'm going to show you 6 of my favorite research tools that I'm using every single day for our clients. And the best thing, they are 100% free, so you can start using them today. But first, what are the biggest mistakes people make when researching their target market? Well, here's a quick analogy to help make things a bit clearer. Let's say you've got to buy a gift for someone really important, like your mum. Now imagine you go all out and you get her tickets to the UFC because you think it's the coolest thing ever. But here's the problem. Your mum is a pacifist who loves the peace and quiet. She's more into gardening than she is into grappling. Oopsies, you just got her a present without thinking about what she actually likes and wants. That's a bit of a facepalm moment, right? But this is exactly what happens when businesses try to sell stuff without really knowing who their customers are and why they buy. They're guessing what people might like instead of finding out what they really want. But when we actually take the time to learn about our customers, we can make our marketing hit the bullseye of the market. And that's what we're aiming for. Messages and offers that feel like it's made just for them, making your market feel special and understood. But how do you actually do this? Well, imagine if you had a magic machine that you could clone your dream customers. That's exactly what research tool number 1 does. But here's the catch. To make perfect clones, you need to know what makes them tick. Kind of like knowing their secret recipe or DNA. And that's where our first tool comes into play. Conversion insight surveys and reports. Think of these like your cloning machine's instruction manual. They help you ask your customers the right questions so you can understand exactly why they love your product. But these aren't just any questions. They're treasure maps that lead you to what your customer really want and why they buy from you. Now, you might be thinking, but wait, people don't like filling out surveys. And that's true, but here's our little secret. You can get them excited by offering a little something in return. We're basically ethically bribing them. So you could give everyone a $5 gift card, or maybe make it fun by entering them into a draw for something bigger, like a $200 gift card. This way, you're not just asking for their help and their opinion, you're making it worth their while. And the info that you get is super valuable. You can find out the customer trigger words, the buying friction points, and who your real competitors are, and what your customers actually want. And that's how you turn good marketing into great marketing, making every message feel like it's speaking directly to your customer. You can get started today by asking these 3 questions. 1, what problem did you have before working with us? 2, what solution did you want to achieve by working with us? And number 3, my personal favorite, how would you describe what we do to a friend or colleague? We use a tool called Formula, but you can use this on Typeform or SurveyMonkey to send it out to your past customers. But getting all of this data can be time consuming. So what if you could skip this process? Well, this leads us to the next research tool. And have you ever watched those movies where the smart kid does all the hard work and the cool kid copies their homework to get an easy A? Well, what if I told you that in business, you can do something pretty similar and it's totally okay? This brings us to research tool number 2, industry reports. Think of industry reports as the smartest kids in class sharing their homework with you, so you can ace the test together. But you might wonder, how do I get my grubby little hands on these reports? So here's the cool part, you just Google them. So typing something like project manager problems report into Google is gonna bring up a bunch of these insightful reports if I wanted to know something about project managers. So I do this just by searching problem/niche industry report, or stats, or facts, or studies. As an example, I'm working with a mortgage broker that helps first home buyers to buy their first home. So I Googled First Home Buyer Industry Report. And I found this report, and this told me things like why people buy their first home and what their concerns are, which puts my marketing onto easy mode. It makes it feel like I'm cheating, and it gives me all of these ideas for things like the offer, landing page headlines, and ad angles. So you don't have to start from scratch. You're basically fast tracking your research by copying those who did it before you. And you'll learn your customers' biggest pain points, their past trials and tribulations, and all in their own words. As a pro tip, you can even use ChatGPT to read and extract the key insights from these reports for you. Just paste in some of the text or in the report and ask it to summarize the main points or identify the key trends. But what if you could really get deep into your customer's mind, like crawl into their brain and see how they think? Well, have you ever wished you could sneak a peek into your dream customer's diary? Well, there is a way to do that without creepily sneaking into their bedroom while they're sleeping. Don't do that. It's like being a fly on the wall, listening to all of their secrets, wishes, and problems. But how do you get in on this info? Well, it's easy. You just need to know where to look. So this brings us to our third tool, forums and communities. And nowadays, Reddit is where people go to spill their thoughts, ask their questions, and share their experiences. So dive deep into those threads, into those subreddits, read what they're saying, but more importantly, see how they respond to each other. Because in your marketing and in your copy and on your landing pages, you want to be talking in your target market's language. This is basically a cheat sheet to what makes them tick. It's like a publicly displayed diary. And you'll even notice the unique lingo these communities are using. So how do you get started? Just go to Reddit and type in your industry, and you should find subreddits dedicated to that specific topic. For example, with my mortgage broker client, I went to the Oz Finance subreddit and looked at what everybody was saying. And I found that saving for a deposit is a big challenge for many, and all of these unexpected hurdles that are common during the buying process. So you can do the same by finding a subreddit for your market, and from there you can browse through the posts to see the exact questions they are asking, as well as the answers they are excited about. Which leads us to the next tool on the list, which is actually very similar to the last one. So here's how I use this with one of our clients. So we were working with a neurosurgeon in Austin, and the whole thing she does is help to heal back pain without surgery. So we turned to Amazon books because people often read books seeking relief. And we scoured through the top books and the reviews, and guess what? Patterns emerged. People shared what they had tried, how they described their pain, and what they hoped to achieve. It was like reading a collective diary of back pain sufferers, giving us their deep insights into the struggles and their dreams. And another cool thing you can do is get content ideas from Amazon bestsellers to see what's working. This can guide you in creating content that hits that bullseye, drawing in your audience with topics that they are already showing interest in. So the fourth tool on the list is to tap into the book reviews and bestsellers on Amazon. But from one giant company, why don't we jump into another? And what if you could have a super powered telescope that lets you zoom into what millions of people are watching, liking, and talking about? That is our fifth tool, YouTube, the world's second largest search engine. Now, YouTube isn't just for watching funny cat videos or learning how to bake a cake. It's a goldmine for understanding what your target market loves, questions they have, and trends they're following. But how do you start mining this gold? Well, first off, look for popular videos in your industry. And one way is to zoom in on the top creators within your space or talking about a similar topic. Browse through their previous uploads, take notes on which ones have the most views, what's going well on organic. We're looking for their outlier videos, signaling the hot topics that resonate deeply with your niche. But the second option is to head over to the search bar, and when you type something into the search bar, YouTube will bring up a list of phrases, suggested phrases. Now, these aren't random. These are trending phrases that your target avatars are searching for this topic. It's literally like having a crystal ball that shows you what your target avatar wants and the big bullseye of their mind. Now, the third tip I can give you for leveraging YouTube is using the comments section. Yes, that place where people pour their thoughts, questions, and sometimes even their mini life stories. Remember, YouTube is more than just a video platform. It's a community, And by tapping into the conversations happening there, you're not just spying, you're learning directly from your target market. Now, moving on to our next secret weapon, which bridges the gap you never even knew existed. And this solves a significant issue that's plaguing the industry at the moment. Here's a quick analogy to illustrate this. Let's say you're a general in an army. You're not on the battlefield, so you don't see the action firsthand, but your soldiers do, and they bring back critical information that can change the tide of the battle. This intel is invaluable, enabling you to strategize more effectively and win. But here lies the problem with the industry now. Marketing and sales often operate as completely separate entities. However, they should be working hand in hand. They're just different phases of the same process, but they're acting disjointed. The sales team interacts with customers daily, gathering frontline insights that are gold for marketers. So it's crucial that we bridge the gap between marketing and sales. So start chatting with your sales team, even setting up a regular coffee chat or a monthly meeting, or just getting them to give qualitative insights to the leads. Ask them about the trends they're seeing, the questions they hear all the time, and the feedback they're getting. I'll put up on screen now the top 8 questions that we get our clients' sales teams to give us every single month so that you can use these for more powerful marketing insights. And just like that, you've built a powerful feedback loop with your sales team. Now, I have one last bonus research tool for you. And this one's going to surprise you. It's pretty unconventional, but can be super powerful. So have you ever wondered what makes your customers tick? What stirs up their deepest emotions? Well, enter the world of stand-up comedians. Yes, you heard that right. While politicians might have their finger on the pulse of public opinion, it's stand-up comedians who truly master the art of tapping into our collective psyche. So how can these jesters of the modern age help us in understanding our customers better? Well, these guys are experts at observing life's absurdities, pain points, and joys, then reflecting them back to us in a way that makes us laugh, think, and sometimes cry. Ultimately, tapping into our deepest, darkest desires and the way that we think. They are the ultimate testers of what resonates with people emotionally. By exploring how they tackle topics related to your industry niche or the problems and aspirations of your target audience, you gain valuable insights into what really clicks with people. So here's how you get started. Just hop onto Google and combine your industry keywords with stand-up comedy. So maybe it's the problem that you solve, or your industry, or your niche, and you are likely to stumble upon comedy routines, clips, and quotes where comedians dissect these themes in their own unique way. And now you just pay close attention, not just to the comedic content, but to how the audience reacts. This allows you to understand the underlying truths that strike a chord with people. So team, those are the beginner-friendly tools for researching your target market. But none of these tools will work if you haven't even figured out who your dream customers are. So check out this next video that's up on screen or in the description to see my exact process to uncover your $1 million niche.